Day 2 of our Touge weekend finds us at a gas station, just a few miles out from a legendary course. Traffic here is always low, law enforcement looks the other way, and the speeds are high. How high? Very high. Trust me when I tell you that the footage in this video does not adequately represent the level of expertise demonstrated by the people who run this road regularly. You run this route as a beginner to experience raw terror and trial by fire. You run this route as an experienced driver to drive seriously. These drivers know this road like the backs of their hands and are very talented. Keeping up with them is not to be taken lightly. A few miles later, and with no warning at all, we are off. And now, having been given time to warm up, I decided it's time to take on a lifelong hero, see if I have what it takes to keep up with a Nissan Skyline GTR. thought y'all had your hazards on. I didn't realize you were actually turning left. LOL. At this point, we stopped to follow Doug from Touge Industry as he pulled over. He had apparently caught some plastic underneath his car and he didn't really want it melting to his exhaust. Meanwhile, our leader in the STI and the Genesis Coupe who were following him, none the wiser, continued on. We in the back decided it was a good idea to pull over and help Doug with his situation, as well to let our nerves settle and to let our cars cool down just a bit. This had been a wild ride and we all needed a break.
Degrees?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good though, dude.
Yeah, Fahrenheit. Yeah, no, my fans don't even come on to 185.
And yes, that is an SR20 under the hood of an FC RX7. Visit my buddy Doug on YouTube at Touge Industry to figure out what exactly is going on here.
My G37, I fucking throw that thing everywhere. It has so much grip. It has the stability.
And this next part of the run, what you're about to witness, is a mistake. I never should have gotten behind these two, especially not on such severe elevation changes. Let's just say that situations have taken place in the past that have left me deathly afraid of serious downhill sections. Or for that matter, any situation that would leave the car going faster than my accelerator pedal would be telling it to. I did the best I could here, but you'll see shortly that these guys both outclassed and outballed me very badly.
So scared. Holy fuck.
I am not this fucking fast. Holy shit.
And just as soon as it had started, it was over. I had spent my one and only opportunity to make a good fast pass on that section of road and was left wanting. This time, we were pulling over because Doug's car was experiencing a sudden loss of boost that would turn out to be a significantly more complex issue than initially thought. It would leave him handicapped and running at less than full power for the rest of the run.
What's up?
All of it.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't, it will kill you.
Yeah.
And it bears repeating. All this is done just to be with people. We can talk about the cars and the hobby and the performance and all the different aspects of it, but in the end, it's all hollow and pointless without meeting people who you want to spend time with and do fun things with.
So I went and test drove it. And it was at the Ford dealer there.
Once we determined that the FC would run just fine, just with an absence of boost, we decided to head over to a local park located right next to a dam. There we spent the next hour or so just shooting the shit, taking photos, and generally just hanging out. If you have people to do this with, or even if you don't, I recommend making sure that you get an opportunity or two to do stuff like this. As the day wore on, we made the decision to run the remainder of the route back out on our way home. Doug decided to take the back of the pack with his currently boostless FC, and this ended up being one of the best decisions he could have made. The runs back home that day found me finally clicking into my comfort zone and running the fastest I had all day. Unfortunately, not knowing how to be a great YouTuber just yet, the GoPro SD cards filled up mid-run. I set about attacking the R32 with a renewed sense of vigor. I did that by creating a large gap between us with the intention of driving quickly enough to find myself back on his rear bumper again. To do this, I focused primarily on late braking. I would see that his brake lights were coming on and imagine I had about 150 to 200 feet before I really needed to lay into mine. Thus, I'd be wide open throttle while he'd be slowing down for a corner. This worked great, until the memory card filled up. A little while later, we hit some traffic. This allowed me to make a quick pass to see if I could create some distance in the opposite direction, out front. And that was it. I had caught up with the STI and the Genesis Coupe ahead of me. The R32 was slowly reeling me in, and Doug's FC was behind him. From here, we pretty much said our goodbyes and headed home. But I'll never forget this experience, and I expect to go out on this road with this group again soon. I definitely need practice on that downhill section to overcome the kind of fear that makes me go that slow. But overall, I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. It needs to be said that somewhere, out there, there are people waiting for you to create experiences like this. There are people out there waiting to do something special with their time, and they're waiting for you to help make it happen. You don't have to have the fastest car in the world. You don't have to have the most nimble car in the world. All you have to have is a willingness to create something special for other people. All the isolation and loneliness and despair that we've experienced over the past year is evidence of that. People need you to create this so that they can live better lives. It's our responsibility as inspired drivers to try to meet people, to try to create special experiences just like this. This is what we're here to do, and there are a lot of people who need this from us. That's about it though. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. This video in particular took a lot of work and a lot of time. If you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram at inspired_drive. And I'll look forward to seeing y'all next time. This has been a blast, as always. Looking forward to kicking out the next one. You guys take care. Be safe out there, and go live a little.